Can dreams show the future? Well, according to Abraham Lincoln, yes. 3 days before his death, he discussed with his friend a dream he had in which he was assassinated. On the night he made his trip to Ford's Theater, Lincoln also told his bodyguard about having the dreams for 3 straight days, and when he leaves the White House, he told him goodbye instead of his characteristic good night.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right?
Wrong!
And I personally have a story of a dream character telling me information that goes beyond my own knowledge, and I'll tell that later in this video, but first let's talk about the dreams that changed the world. So starting off with the one that personally writes my paychecks, Google. Larry Page was a Stanford graduate student in his 20s in the 1990s. Imagine downloading the entire internet onto some old computers and keeping the links. When he woke up, he wrote down what became the basis for Google's algorithm.
Yo, this is the one.
And now we have Niels Bohr, who found the structure of the atom in a dream. He set upon understanding the structure of the atom, but none of his configurations would fit. One night he went to sleep and began dreaming about atoms. He saw the nucleus of the atom with electrons spinning around it, much as the planets spin around the sun. Immediately upon awakening, Bohr felt the vision was accurate. However, as a scientist, he knew the importance of validating his ideas before announcing it to the world. He returned to his lab and searched for evidence to support his theory, and it held true.
Man, it's really circles all the way down, isn't it?
Always has been.
Huh?
And the last one before we move on to my personal story. We have the periodic table. As one story has it, Mendeleev, exhausted from his 3-day efforts, fell asleep and he later recalled,
I saw in a dream a table where all the elements fell into place as required.
Alright, remember all of this, or else you are going to be a no one in this life.
Hold up, how am I going to remember this all?
Not my problem.
So here we are with my own dream. So before I went to sleep, I was making fun of astrology with my friend, calling Aquarius asparagus, Capricorn candy corn, and so on. But before I was going to take a rest, I did this spirit guide meditation, but I saw nothing. But at the end of the meditation, they said you might see them in your dreams. And so I proceeded to take a rest, and sure enough, things get strange. In my dreams, I find myself in a 70s styles diner. It's pitch black and rainy outside the front window. The whole place is empty besides one person sitting at one of the booths. I told them I had to go to the bathroom and they point to it for me. I walk into the bathroom door and I push it to get in, but the door barely budges and it pushes back against me. I look inside and the bathroom is extremely cramped and there's water on the floor, and I decided I'll just go later. Then I realized it's a dream. And so I walk up to the person at the table and ask, who are you? Suddenly everything goes dark and it's me and the spirit in a void, and then they say,
I'm Mazareth.
And so I proceed to ask them what their intention was. And they said,
To play with you.
Of course, I said, that doesn't sound very nice, and so I woke myself up. The strange part is that Mazareth is Hebrew for constellations and generally astrology. This word is in the book of Job in the Bible. Also, I should mention, I don't speak Hebrew. And for those comments that are like, actually, you're lying. Here's a picture of my journal entry. And don't make me do carbon dating on to give proof of the time frame. That would just make you a little weird. Now, how about lucid dreams? Well, I personally struggle to do this. I have only managed to do it very lately. I believe this to be one of the most powerful skills you could learn since we sleep 1/3 of our life. So if you could manage to do this every night, I'd imagine you lap your competition since you're unironically living 33% more than everyone else. Alright, Joey, I'm clocking out for the night. Oh no, not again. I gotta go to work for a second time. I'd also like to talk about sleep paralysis since I've experienced it a couple times, and I gotta say, it's really quite terrifying since it's a state between dream and wake. When you sleep, your body locks itself up so you don't enact your dreams. But during sleep paralysis, this makes it much scarier. The first time I experienced it, I awoke and in the corner of my room was this probably 8-foot tall smoky shadow person with glowing red eyes. And they were teleporting towards me, and luckily I broke out of it before they got to me. But the second one was much worse since I never saw them. I woke up sleeping on my side, looking at the wall, and I heard my door open and steps towards me, and something grabs my leg, and for whatever reason, I knew it was something with its eyes gashed out. I can't move. Oh no, please don't.
I'm here to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
I certainly gotta say, sleep paralysis is whack. Also, I just want to let you guys know, it's possible to pee in your dreams without actually peeing, but don't test your luck. And while it's a struggle to read things in dreams, I managed to read an address once, and it was to my local post office on a food delivery receipt, so who knows what that means.
Sir, why are you delivering a sandwich here? No one ordered it.
It's destiny. You have to trust me, please. Take it.
Security!
Also, fun fact, 12% of people dream in black and white, and this was mostly in older people. The theory is that it's from people who watch TV in black and white, so this phenomenon might go extinct in a couple of decades. Yeah, I'll take a martini shaken, not stirred.
You know you can see color, right?
As if. What's going on here? I'd also like to share the fact that dreams and the most powerful psychedelic DMT share very similar brainwaves, in which the memory of both of them fade away very quickly. Another thing that should be mentioned is the phenomenon of SUNS, which is sudden unexplained nocturnal death syndrome, aka dying in your sleep for no reason. But it seems that there might be some type of dream hitman out there. Hey bro, you're dreaming. There's no need to breathe here. Let's go jump in the ocean and swim around a little bit.
Oh, bet.
Which, let's not forget sleepwalking, as this is truly a strange occurrence. Like I covered earlier, your body's supposed to lock up when you sleep, but on the rare occasion, sleepwalkers can drive their car, sometimes grab power tools or knives. If I started to date someone and they pulled a knife on me in their sleep, I think that might be a deal breaker. Oh hell no, what the f? Also, something that is extremely interesting is there was a series of 450 studies conducted on dream telepathy where they would mentally send an image to a dreamer and they would see if the image sent was shown in their dream. The chance rate was 50%, meaning that the natural odds was like flipping a coin, but the end result was actually an average around 57 to 67%, which without completely boring you with an explanation of the scientific method, I will say the statistical chance of this is virtually impossible, meaning there's a solid evidence for dream telepathy. Yo bro, I got a crazy idea, watch this. Nightmare. Got him. I'd also like to talk about the meaning behind dreams, since some interpretations can be made about it. Still, I believe dreams reflect the subconscious, so I had a dream last night that went like this. Ah, he off me. Hey, what are you doing stealing my YouTube channel? Bro, and you better not delete that recovery email. Oh, you did not. Yo, get back here. Oh, hey dad. What's it? Wait, yo, what is in the sink? Oh, hell no. Now, this may seem random, but let's pull it apart.
The guy stealing my YouTube channel was an old friend, and I've had multiple occasions of friends stealing from me.
And I'm about to go travel with some friends, so I guess some distrust must be surfacing. And you know, a lot of times people make me feel as if this whole YouTube thing is temporary and extremely fragile. So I guess that might be part of that. But supposedly a cat attacking you in a dream is a sign of a poor relationship with your anima, which makes sense since I can be extremely logical and oftentimes dismissive of emotions. And supposedly peeing is a sign of letting things go, so it's possible I need to stop with the distrust in friends and loosen up and not be so stuck in logic, since this can be destructive to an extent. Since many things in life don't need pure unadulterated logic, since logic is assessing and judging and the constant analyzing of things, especially people, is a trait of a person with trust issues. Since when you experience dangerous people in your life, especially for long periods of time, it can often lead to you trying to find yourself predicting their next move, and at one point it was necessary for survival, but in the real world, it's not very useful. You see this a lot in veterans and survivors of abuse. And the part about my dad, while it may seem a bit psychotic, it could possibly represent the separation between my experiences with him, since he lives over 1,000 miles away from me, so I usually only talk to him on the phone, which could be the head in the sink, but I'm currently visiting him, so that could represent him as a whole. But I have a very limited experience with dream interpretation, so either way, this did point towards some things I can work on, so maybe there's some validity to it. And in order to get a better understanding of what that dream character was who told me stuff in Hebrew, you should go ahead and watch this video right here.